did beat a couple of other really good teams. So they are somewhat proven and tested and ready to go. Slap is also a very good fives team, one of the more consistent teams out there. They've never really been the breakout team, but they've certainly never dipped below anybody's expectations. So I'm expecting a really good match here. I am going to say that I'm actually going to give the slight advantage to Noobs in War on this one, just because I want to underdog, and I think they're going to be somewhat to the underdog.
You know, I kind of wrestled. I did predictions earlier today for the matches tonight, and I wrestled with who I wanted to pick in this match because both teams seem so even. At first, I picked Noobs in War, then I went back with Slap, but I kind of feel sorry for Slap because pretty much any team I picked thus far ends up losing. So I think we are live. Let's call a breakout. But as we see a huge push by Slap going to Alpha, completely abandoning C. Or no, that's Noobs in War, excuse me.
Yeah, but Slap had a chance to. They're going to go for a back rage here, so they're actually going to come back to try and save B flag, which I do not agree with. They did end up keeping it successfully, but I think it would have been better off if they had just pressed A really hard and gone with that CA push. Instead, we are going to be seeing them trapping all of Noobs in War all the way in the back right now. We do have Acid Dreamer pushing over here through cuts. And we're going to be having Alex Blade as well as China Rep going to be coming in on the backside. So they're going to be pushing in for that 3-cap really, really fast here. And Noobs, they're going to have to get out onto B and right now to really make any kind of a difference.
You're watching from China Rep's perspective. He's on that backside snake push, takes down Ravidia. He's biding his time. He is on the burn. It looks like they are going to take control of Alpha. Meanwhile, Bravo being nuked. It's a 2-on-2 over there. We're watching from Zeratol's perspective. He's down at pillars. One dropping down on him. It's VUJD. He does take down Zeratol. B is being nuked. It looks like Slap coming out on top over there. Meanwhile, it's a showdown over on Alpha. Shackle all on his lonesome. He does go down. It looks like a triple cap for Slap as Noobs in War. Two of them will be spawning outside and heading towards Charlie, which is wide open.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Borges was doing there. He left Shackle all alone over here into to X-Ray and Medlab. They could have made a play for A there, instead electing to try to go out to B and fill out. I'm not really understanding what the point of that was, but we do have 2 players from Noobs, and we're going to be trying to make their way into B flag. I don't think it's going to be too successful, as Zeratul might get picked up here by VUJD, and he does. So not going to be making any headway there, and he does end up going down by Ravidia. So B flag is now going to be getting contested, but they did leave B or C completely wide open. Oh, Borges is actually going to get a back rage here over in the Gypsy on Alex Blade. So that was a nice play there, and that'll actually leave A slightly open, or at the very least, we're going to be able to see Borges contain Slap over here onto A, and a back rage coming in, going to be picking up VUJD and China Rep, the only one back there to really make anything of it.
Yeah, a bit of a
he might actually be able to get some nice spawns off.
It might have been a miscommunication there from Slap, as they were caught completely with their pants down there at Alpha. China Rep is on the backside there near elevators. He does go down. It's a BC hold here for Slap. And they're going to be aggressive, it looks like, as the Blades coming in from the outside towards the backside of Alpha. Kind of slow playing it here, but we're seeing a one-on-one over here on Bravo. Borges does go down at the stairs, and we're seeing Noobs pushing up from the metal detector steps. One of them goes down. It looks like that is Zeratul. He's going to get a revive on his teammate and move into Bravo. No, he is taken out from the side. And meanwhile, A is being nuked as Ravidia is pushing up. Takes down Alex the Blade from behind, and it looks like he's going to take control of Alpha while his teammate Borges is going for Bravo. So it looks like it's going to be an AB hold here for Noobs in War, as they are down by roughly 50 tickets already early in this game.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Noobs in War press out over here onto C flag a lot heavier than what they are. They do have the AB cap, but the problem right now is that they're not really showing that they have the fragging power behind them to keep up with this particular setup. So they're going to have a lot of trouble of trying to keep alive over here onto B, as Piper is able to pick up a nice double kill there. And now it's only going to be Rob SX going to be able to hold on there by himself. And he will be getting back rage here in just a second.
He naded himself and then gets back rage. He does go down, so they're cleaning things up over on Bravo. R-Slap, but a couple of back spawns there. There's pesky back B spawns for Noobs of War. They're going to do a bit of a pincer move here and try to move up onto Bravo. It's a 2-on-1. Zeratul is there, shots into the bars there, but his teammate Borges is right above him. I think they do take him out. They're going to take control of Bravo. There's an AC hold here for Slap. They're sending one out onto the hill, China Rep, so he'll be able to hold that C from that position here on his own. But surprisingly, they actually spawned Pfeiffer over there too. I don't know if they need to commit that many to that side.
No, this is actually a good setup. This is the perfect setup that you want for an AC hold. You have one sitting over here into J. He's going to be able to lock down any kind of push trying to go in through into cuts. Unfortunately, he didn't miss Shackle there. He is going to be weak, but VUJD should be able to get that pickup. What he's got to be careful with is now we have Rob and Ravidia that are going to be able to push in, and that is one of the reasons why where Acid Dreamer was, you do not want to be sitting there. You want to be somewhere over next to X-Ray along that wall. So that you can have basically your med lab guy cover cuts if somebody gets up in there. But we do have Slap going to be getting those random B spawns in there, which are just so annoying. Should be able to get that burn into their favor. But as that's happening, Zeratul will be able to get onto C flag. And Pfeiffer causing a lot of issues, finally getting taken down, and now we are going to be seeing an AC hold finally here for Noobs, but it might not last too long as we do have a heavy push from VJD and Alex Blade coming out.
Yeah, nice job by VUJD and Alex out onto the C flag. They're going to immediately take it back, and Alex isn't wasting his time getting set up. We're going to see Shackle probably push through gate. Actually, no, he's going to hang out in J. It looks like it's a BC hold here, as Noobs is probably going to make a move for actually, it doesn't seem like they can decide what they want to do here. They're both kind of biding their time. Robs and Shackle waiting for their teammates to spawn. We get one back spawn from Ravidia. He's coming downstairs, takes down China Rep. Nice job with the AK. He sees one more in front of him as Pfeiffer takes down a nice two-piece. So he's cleaning things up on Bravo. His teammate Borge is going to make sure that Slap cannot respond to it, so they're going to take control of Bravo. And meanwhile, Zeratul out on Charlie, which is wide open. So it's going to be a bit of a flip-flop. BC hold here for Noobs of War.
Yeah, this style of play that we're seeing from Noobs can work, where you're just kind of pressing flags the entire time, not really holding anything back to work. It can work to an extent. Dignitas has actually completely thrown out their strategies of holding flags and just going for basically just if you're losing one, go to the next one. And it worked for them for a little bit, but the problem is that you get a team that does start holding in certain areas. They do start holding lanes, and they win those gunfights. It's almost impossible really to come back from that, because once your team gets wiped, it's most likely a triple cap coming.
Yes, and this is a map that is not necessarily conducive to that merry-go-round playstyles. We do see the Noobs trying to make a huge push on the Alpha. It's a 2-on-2. Zeratul he trades with Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's going to get revived by his teammate in Medlap. It's 2-on-1. He drops a med pack. He's fighting Borge. Finally, his teammate takes him down. They're cleaning things up. Oh, no, there's one more. It looks like Shackle is there. And a nice shot by Pfeiffer with the ACWR using the carbine there. And they do take control of Alpha. They do have C as well, with Reamer just kind of biding his time over there. And we're seeing Ravidia, a quick push up from Detectors onto the Alpha flag. Runs right in there, and that was just a careless push. Immediately goes down.
Well, that was a good hold there from Slap. They played that really well, getting back behind Medlab, and you really using that whole table there for your advantage. But we are going to be having a massive push coming over here for C flag. Acid Dreamer, the only one that's going to be out there, able to hold off 1 and 2. Can he make it a third? Being a beast right now, 25 health, and it looks like his teammates are going to be coming around able to clean that up. So a nice hold out there onto C flag, and now they're going to be able to press over here onto B, while the entire Noobs and War team is going to be spawning back here at the B cap. So they're really not even going to be able to get a back rage going on.
Yeah, they're getting a little bottlenecked here as Alex the Blade does go down to Zeratul. Just 3 of them coming down the light stairs all the way onto that Bravo flag, but it looks like Slap is probably just going to concede that one and set up for an AC hold, as we do see China Rep go down. Watch from Reamer's perspective, he's got a... Oh, he had a beat on Zeratul, but could not take him down. Had the high ground, he does go down. But it is an AC hold here, and actually it's kind of wide open for a push from Noobs of War. And they're going to take advantage, sending one out to Charlie. It's Borge, and we're seeing Zeratul. Oh, he goes down just outside of J. It's a one-on-one over on C. Borge exposes himself just too much, and he goes down. So opportunity knocks, and they don't take advantage, and it's a triple cap again for Slap.
Yeah, Slap is playing this out really, really nice right now. Noobs and War will be able to get onto A, but the problem is they're not really getting setups yet. They're kind of just throwing bodies at it, is what we're seeing right now. 2 of them pushing way too far out of A, leaving it completely exposed. And Shackle not really getting the right calls that he should have. He's going to be over here in the storage room, and he's going to allow A to get completely capped out. I mean, honestly, even if he gets spawns on him, it's going to be so hard to push back in there, and they still don't even have a flag, as VUJD was able to clean up 2 over here onto B, and we'll be able to get the cap for his team.
And again, those back B spawns for Noobs at War. But again, it just seems like Slap is kind of, I mean, they're moving in to take Bravo, but when they get those back B spawns, they just kind of let them take B and try to concentrate their efforts onto A and C. Although, actually, now we're seeing Slap get those back B spawns. Noobs is taking control of Alpha. So we're going to see Slap take control of Bravo. This Pfeiffer over there all on his lonesome with VJD. He takes down, it looks like that was... I think that was Rob's, and now it's going to be a flip-flop again with Slap taking control of B and C. But C is wide open, and Noobs are immediately going to take advantage of three-man spawn out there. Shackle, Zeratol, and Rob's. But it looks like Slap is going to try to respond with China Rep and Acid Bringer.
Yeah, right now they're actually set up fairly nice. They will be losing C, it looks like, here in just a second because they did not leave anybody up there on the hill. So that's going to leave C completely wide open. Rovidia, though, making a really bad decision, going to be going out against 3 players, ends up getting taken down. So we are going to be seeing a play here for B flag on Noobs and War. But the thing is that they're leaving nobody really back here onto A. We do have Zeratul and Shackle both playing metal detectors, but by the time they really get situated over here, it might be too late. VJD as well as Alex Blade are going to get set up back there, and that was a nice pickup there by Zeratul, able to get the double kill here. And they're not going to win this round here, but really, if they can get about 30 or 40 tickets off of the Slap team, then they will be sitting really well. They need to drain a lot more down than what they have. They lost B, unfortunately, but you know, they're not already going to win this round.
Yeah, 100 ticket deficit is a difficult one to deal with if you want to try to win the actual map. And it looks like Slap is going to take control of that BC hold and force those final few tickets to burn down. Ooh, China Rep, nice head glitch position there, taking down Rovidia. 4 tickets remaining, 2, and I think that is going to do it. Slap with a 100 ticket convincing victory in the first round here on Operation Lockers against Noobs and War.
Yeah, absolutely. And looky there. So apparently there are no spectator slots available in the server, even though
we were just spectating.
I just spec that entire first
round. Yeah, I got
round,
the same bug you did. No spectator slots available.
We're gonna try and jump back in.
That is correct. And a bit of an update. I've got the live feed up for the Mayhem versus Epsilon match. I know a lot of you guys showed up here to watch that one, and Epsilon, not surprisingly, has jumped out to a 1-map lead, taking Operation Lockers in 2 rounds, and it looks like they are just now starting the second map, which is Dawnbreaker. So Project Mayhem picking Dawnbreaker, backs up against it. They have to win this map to force a tiebreaker against the juggernaut that is Epsilon. And as I predicted in my predictions, hopefully I actually get this right because Mayhem's been proving me wrong thus far. I think Epsilon's going to take that one 2-0, Brett.
Yeah, I would imagine they would. Gonna try and get in here, guys. We do apologize for this. This is
the nature of Battlefield is what it is.
Yeah, I'm not really. I've actually never had that bug before, and it's still kicking me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna try, and yeah, it's telling me that I got the game opened again. So, if you can get in, go ahead and get it going.
Yeah, I see spectator slots available now, so we are trying to rejoin. Luckily, that happened at the end of the round. Oh, nope, same message. Error, game disconnected. No spectator slots available. Maybe it's thinking we're still in there or something. It's that phantom server slot, that bug.
I think it's just a broken game.
I think many people would perhaps agree with you on that, Brett.
Yeah.
So once again,
the password for this?
What's that?
Looking for the password for it. What's the password for this?
Hold on, I will get it for you.
All right.
So once again, folks, we apologize. We're trying to get back in the server. This is the Sounds Like a Plan versus Noobs and War match. Slap taking the first round pretty convincingly. 100 tickets on Operation Locker. It's the default first map. If Slap is able to secure the victory here in the second round, Noobs will pick the second map, and they'll have to win that to perhaps force a tiebreaker, which if they do, Slap will then choose that map. And meanwhile, the Mayhem, Project Mayhem versus Epsilon Esports match is also going on, with Epsilon taking the first map win in consecutive rounds. They are on the second map, Dawnbreakers, selected by Project Mayhem. Of course, we've got some of the lower bracket games going on. Teams that are definitely up against it. You know, win and move on, lose and go home, trying to keep their hopes alive. And as Brett was saying, there's a lot of exciting things going on for CEVO coming up. Obviously, we've got the new season, Battlefield 4. The signups are open, so if you guys are interested in, participating in some more Battlefield action, if you guys really like this season, or if you liked what we're doing now in the playoffs, which is going to be the format in the next season, definitely sign up for that. So your teams that got bumped already, all hope is not lost. You can go sign up for the next season. Of course, we got the crowdfunding going on now. Can donate some money towards the prize pool. 100%. That's all of it is going towards the prize pool, so you don't have to worry about anybody taking a cut of it. And I think they're restarting the server to fix the spec spot issue so that we can get back in there.
Yeah, we'll be restarting it here just a second, so we'll be back up. But anyways, guys, we do appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming out and watching. Please hit that follow button down below. We will be casting once again on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. This time, it's going to be, I would say it's going to be some pretty interesting matches coming up, as we will be having the winners bracket. We'll probably do the winners bracket finals. And then if we can, we'll pick up some of the loser bracket games if they do have it at a later time. But definitely, if you are interested in getting involved in the 5v5 action, definitely check it out for Season 4, as they are open. And it does look like Exertus NA ended up forfeiting, so No Mercy will be able to move on to losers bracket round 4 against Flot Gaming.
Yeah, let me see if I can bring up the brackets while we're waiting to get back in the server.
Yep. Yeah. And Vivacity Esports, which is no more, will be obviously forfeiting. So Intus Vias is going to get a free win there, and we'll be playing against Axiom Gaming.
And that one will basically be, not basically, it is a rematch of the round of 16 matchup. Axiom took that one 2-0, so you got to think Axiom's going to take that victory as well and move on to the lower bracket round 5. Lights Out Nexus NA potentially happened tonight, although Brett, you said there might be some roster issues with Nexus potentially not having enough tonight, or did they solve that?
I think they actually have enough for tonight, but their issue is going to be for the actual Wednesday match. Yeah, they are going to be able to have enough on tonight, and it's actually a fairly close round right now, 170 to 178 on lockers, so it's fairly close at the moment. But they may have to concede the hashtag free or the previous Exertus EU match, because I think 2 of their guys are actually not going to be here. And because of the fact that the rosters are locked, they won't be able to add any of their other pickups. So I think they might be forfeiting that one because it would be 4v5. Right.
Well, that would be unfortunate, because actually that would be a rematch of another, I believe it was a round of 8 match. It was last round. No, excuse me, it was a round of 16. Nexus NA did lose to Exertus EU. It was 2 maps, but it was actually a little closer than we had thought it was going to be. Nexus putting on a bit of a fight in the first round or so, but looking like they're not going to really have a chance to redeem themselves regardless of this match results, as we are getting back into the server for Sounds Like a Plan against Noobs in War. Thanks for your patience, everyone. We apologize. It is Battlefield 4. You never really know what is going to happen. Again, Sounds Like a Plan taking the first round, 100 tickets exactly, so a pretty solid lead, especially on Operation Lockers and how in control they looked in that first round. You got to think Slap gonna probably cruise to a first map victory and force Noobs in War into a corner.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes out of this. Now, we could be seeing just Noobs in War shaking off the dust right now, as we have had that happen before, where teams will come into a match, they're a little bit cold, they're a little bit jittery, and they don't do so well from the get-go. So it takes them a little bit of time to heat up. That's one of the reasons why a lot of the teams like this best-of-3 format, because it kind of gives you a chance to, all right, so we messed up on that first map. That's fine. We got a second one to come back. And not only do we have a second one, but it's going to be our pick. So there's some advantages to having that 3 flag or that best-of-3 situation. And we're definitely a lot of teams, need that to get through it. Yeah, so we should be getting going here pretty soon, as we are all in the server except for one player from Slap, and should be going live as soon as they get the maps right. But in other news, if you guys do keep up with the Battlefield 4, the Go 4 series over in ESL, Epsilon, Fnatic, UMAV, MYM all were beaten out in the Go 4 in either by the quarterfinals or before the quarterfinals.
Ooh.
Yeah. In fact, hashtag free, previously Exertus EU, ended up beating, I believe it was MYM. No, was it UMAV or MYM? It was UMAV, I believe. It ended up beating UMAV and moving on to the quarterfinals. So very, or a lot of good upsets happening out there. It came down to a final, and Dignitas actually losing to, I believe it was AAA on lockers, and so it came down to a Planet Key Dynamics versus AAA in the finals, where Planet Key Dynamics won fairly convincingly on Lansing Dam. The first round, AAA actually won it by 12 tickets. The second round, Planet Key Dynamics won it, I think, by 88 tickets. It was a pretty brutal loss. Complete flip from the first round. So very interesting stuff there. But yeah, so Planet Key Dynamics wins the 5th or the 6th Go 4 Cup that has been out. So EMS 1 is going to be starting up. The 4th EMS 1 Cup is going to be starting up tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of that, because a lot of the top teams, the 4 that I just mentioned, really haven't been really doing that well here lately. They've been kind of dropping some of their matches and some of their games. So we're not really sure if finally teams are kind of figuring them out. They're just, starting to match skill for skill, or if if they kind of just, well, I think maybe part of it is that they've already secured their spot in the EMS, the round of 16, the group stage of 16.
Right.
So they don't really have to, they don't have to play as hard as they needed to before.
Perhaps save some in the tank for later, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe save some strats, save some, some secret, hidden, awesome mumbo jumbo stuff they might have for later.
The crazy lead spot.
Yeah, you never know. So, going to be some interesting developments there, I think, for the next or for the last EMS Cup.
Yeah, and it's nice to see some kind of shuffling there at that top spot. For a long time it was Fnatic, then Epsilon kind of surged up there. I think AAA won one of the recent Go 4 Cups, and now the most recent, what was it, that Planet, what was their name, Brett?
Planet Key Dynamics.
Planet Key Dynamics. And I know AAA, speaking of them, they have signed up for the latest season of Battlefield 4, so they'll be making their first appearance in CEVO. As we have the breakout here in the second round, Operation Lockers sounds like a plan. Up by 100 tickets, it looks like a two-man push for Noobs out on the sea, and they're going to be met by VUJD. He's got shots out on him with the AEK. Not going to do a whole lot of damage from distance with that thing, but he's going to try to close it. Oh, and Shackle does take him down, so they will win the day out on the Charlie flag as they clean things up and immediately move into J. We're watching from Ravidia's perspective. Oh, and he comes around the corner a bit too fast. Alex the Blade making short work of him. He gets revised, gets some support fire from his teammate, but Alex, Johnny on the spot, does take him down. Borge with the nade out, which looks like he does have to retreat, so nice job by Alex the Blade to kind of hold things there. But meanwhile, Noobs at War making a heavy push onto A. We're seeing Zeratel back in the Snake area. Comes around the corner, takes down Viper. He's going to move up onto the A burn. Sees one. That's Reamer. Takes him down. That's 2 in a row here for Zeratel. I think there's one more in the Med Lab. Probably going to get the revive. Yep, there's 3 for Slap in Med Lab. It's a 3-on-1. Viper is about to find himself up against it here, Brett.
Yeah, so far, I did like the way Noobs played that out right at the beginning, though. I think they got a little bit overzealous when it came to pressing into A. They are going to be losing B right now with only one player back there to really do anything. But right now in cuts, we do have 2 players from Noobs, and they are going to get pinched out there. China Rep doing a really good job with control, able to hold on there. But the issue now is the fact that Noobs and War might get trapped in the same position that they were in on the last game. So they did get a slight lead, which is going to help them out a little bit, but it was only about 15, 16 tickets or so, and it's just about to get evened up at the moment. But really, they need to be making more of a push in towards A, and not for this B cap. I would imagine Slap's going to be pressuring C here in just a second. And yeah, they're going to be gearing up for a push right now, as 2 of them are going to be making their way out towards Hill, with one of them going to be pulling back towards A.
And they're going to quickly realize that C is completely open. They do. Reamer and Pfeiffer quickly move in. Pfeiffer going to go for the cap. Reamer going to move back to his trusty spot there by the concrete. He really likes that spot, and I think he might catch Borge sleeping here. He's coming right through the gate. Oh, nope, Reamer peeks a little. He couldn't be patient enough there. he gives himself away as it's a showdown, him and Borge, and the shotty to the face. Using the shorty 2 in a row for Borge, getting the revive on his teammate. Nice play by him to reclaim Charlie. They're going to need that, as it is now 173 to 171, and they have a 100-ticket difference to make up. So what that means, folks, is if NW drops below 100 tickets, it is over, and we'll move on to the map 2. We're seeing a 3-man push by Slap out onto the C flag. One of them goes down. We're watching from Pfeiffer's perspective. He's being aggressive, moving up, sees one above him on the rocks. He's kind of slow playing it, gonna slowly peek, hope his teammate can help. And one kamikaze, it's Ravidia, and he is loving that shorty bread. That's the 3rd guy he's gotten with it.
Yeah, that was a really good play there for Slap, able to hold on to A for quite some time, but unfortunately it looks like both of their players ended up going down, so they're going to be forced outside right now. Even their random spawns are going to be out there towards C, so this is really going to be a chance for Noobs to start getting that lead further and further and further. Now, the problem right now is that they lost by 100 tickets in that last round, so they have to lock this 2 cap down and really start getting all of their frags. They can't be losing these 2 flags whatsoever. And I mean, they only have 68 tickets to play with right now. As it is, I don't think that's going to happen because 2 of their players just went down over by A. They're pressuring a little bit too hard out towards C, so they're just kind of playing this a little bit crazy right now, as opposed to they need to play it a little bit more reserved when they get these 2 caps.
Yeah, I certainly agree. I saw a couple players from Noobs of War expose themselves a bit too much there when they had a decent setup, and just kind of popped out too much and Slap making short work of them. These guys have good guns, so if you expose yourself for a little bit, they are going to take you down, especially when there's multiples. We're seeing Borge moving outside, and there's one actually up. This is an interesting position as we see Pfeiffer actually up on the rocks above the backside of Bravo outside, and Noobs of War is going to take control of C. Pfeiffer basically abandoning it, and it looks like Slap actually only in control of Alpha, and they're all kind of pushed on this side of the map. They're making a quick push towards Bravo. Watch it from the Blade's perspective. Looks like he's blowing open another pathway there. Sees Ravidia, nice 180, takes him down with his ace. There's one more there. I don't know if he sees him. Sees Borge, unloads on him. That's another one. Some nice slaying here from Alex the Blade. Takes down 2 in a row. But they need to make a move here and take control of a flag, as they are under the burn right now. Bravo and Charlie in control by Noobs of War.
Yeah, absolutely. Noobs, though, even though they did get wiped over there onto B flag, they were somewhat lucky in the fact that Slap isn't really contesting the C. They're kind of worried about this A push, that there's a possible push onto their A flag, as they have nobody backer for it right now. Nice double pick up there by Zeratul, able to clean out that upper side of B completely by himself, and they should be able to take out China Rep here, no problem, as it is going to be a 3-on-1 situation, and now A is going to be getting pressured. So this is really good. Noobs in War, what they need to do now is set up 1 over into mid, 2 out onto C, and then 2 into A, and just hold this all day long. They don't need the pressured B flag. They don't need to get that triple cap. That triple cap, yeah, it's fine for a few seconds, but they're going to be leaving themselves wide open for a C push here if they're not careful.
And we are seeing 2 of Noobs and War trying to get set up on top of Hill. That's a good spot to be if you want to control C. They're only leaving Robs out there, so it is a 1-on-1. It looks like that is Acid Reamer. He's kind of been the C gap on. Oh, there was a nice nade from Robs right in his face, and the second one takes him down. Good job by Noobs of War to hold on to C. So they are kind of trying to draw a line in the sand, but Slap gearing up for an A push, immediately pushing from detectors. One of them goes down. Actually, 2 of them goes down, so nice job by Robex and Borja over there to hold on. We're seeing BUJD getting a good position. Takes down one with the AK. Second guy takes him down, so this is exactly what Noobs needs right now, but they're being a bit aggressive. They're pushing up onto B, as you see Slap getting the full back B spawns.
Yeah, and to an extent, you know, they can do this, but really they don't need to be pressuring their whole team. So now they're wiped. This isn't going to give any resistance right now for Slap, and they're going to be able to basically have their way with it right now. And basically, rule of thumb, if you get a wipe, you get a triple cap. And we're already seeing C getting pressured. It's going to go into their favor. Honestly, they could have already been onto A. I don't think that they realized that they had a wipe going on right there, and they held off too much. But really, Slap had a perfect opportunity to completely cap them out. And Noobs and War cannot afford that right now. It's 135 to 83. They have 30 tickets really to work with here. And right now, they're winning some of their frag battles, but not the majority of them. So they're really taking a chance here by going for this just super aggressive play as opposed to playing a little bit more passive.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head, Brett. They could have been aggressive there in that situation, but they were too aggressive. They sent basically their entire team, and as a result, they got wiped. Slap, of course, taking advantage. We do see A gets nooched. We're seeing 3 of them over there from Slap taking control of it. Meanwhile, Noobs at War to one-on-one over here. Oh, the trade on the outside boards and China Rep both killing each other. We're seeing a 3-man push for Noobs at War, but one of them goes down at Detectors. They have taken control of mid. There's still 2 men waiting for him in the Alpha. Let's watch from Viper's perspective. Oh, he can't quite take out Rob X. And we're seeing Zeratel also push in from cut. There's a couple backside at the elevators, and it's looking like, oh, a bit careless there. 1 goes down, 2 go down, and it looks like Slap may maintain control of Alpha. And slowly but surely, they are approaching that 100 ticket mark, Brett.
Yeah, it's not looking good whatsoever. 73 tickets, and you're playing a team like Slap. Don't really think that's going to happen. So, while Noobs and War was really heating up, and if they had shown this side of them previously in the first round, I think that we'd have been able to see a lot closer match going on right now than what we're seeing at the moment. But they still have time. It's not impossible to drain them down. I mean, it really isn't. But the problem is that they are losing their places over here onto A. It's only going to be, really 2 players to try and react to that. They've already lost their push onto B flag, so yeah, with 8 tickets left, it's going to go down. There's not really much they can do, and we will be pushing this onto a second map of their choice. Now, again, I said that was either Golmud Railway or Lansing Dam. Both of those maps are going to be fairly interesting to play. Complete opposite than Lockers, especially Lansing Dam, which is just a... I'm going to be honest with you, I hate that map.
I'm not a big fan of it either, especially when teams like to use the roof on that map. As we do see, they have 1 ticket left, do Noobs of War to play with, and it looks like C is being flashed, and there you have it. That is going to conclude this first map. So, Brett, like you said, they performed a bit better in this round, so hopefully they can continue some of this momentum onto the second map, or one that will be their choice, so hopefully they'll feel a bit more comfortable. But I don't know, what do you think? Do you think from what you've seen thus far in this map, do you think they'll be able to force a tiebreaker?
It really depends, because like I said before, Noobs and War are going to be playing 2 different maps that they're not, or that are not like Lockers. So really, honestly, it could just be the style of map that they're used to playing. They're kind of wide open maps, both of them. Lansing Dam, though, is a little bit different because you can camp the roof on Lansing Dams. Those are completely legal, but actually all roofs are legal in it. But Lansing Dam is one of those where if you get caught up on the roofs, it can hurt you more than it can help you. As we saw with Exertus EU, they chose Lansing Dam on their last map, or their map for the Epsilon match, and honestly, they lost more flags than they were able to hold because they were always up on a roof. And because Epsilon knew that they were able to get in positions to where as soon as you drop down, 1 guy could take out 2 people by himself, no problem. So it's going to be interesting how they play out Lansing Dam. Golmud Railway, as long as they can force them over on the C perch area, they should be good. But yeah, it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, I'm excited for this next map. I guess they are going to continue playing out in this map, despite the fact that essentially it is over. Let's go take a look to see if I can get a little update from that Mayhem match. It looks like it is 188 to 146 in favor of Epsilon on Dawnbreaker, and I got to think that's probably the second round at this point. So Epsilon probably looking to close out the victory and move on undefeated to the winners bracket finals. And Mayhem's perhaps Cinderella story about to end. Not completely, but they've had a real nice run, and a lot of people were hoping maybe not hoping, but some of their fans were thinking, maybe they got a chance, maybe they can take out Epsilon, but a bit too strong for them, as it looks like they're going to take it in 2 maps.
Yeah, I don't think that Man was going to be able to beat Epsilon. They are a good team, but I don't think they have. It's not that they don't have the talent on them; it's just that they don't have the teams to scrim on a regular basis to push them to that next level. So,
Right.
When you have a really good pool of teams to play against on a consistent basis, your skill level goes up because you're used to playing against highly skilled teams and players. And because of that, you get better yourself. Well, if you don't have that next high tier to play against, you don't really get that much better. And that's one of the problems with North and South America play, is that it's so hard to get a lot of consistently good scrims with a pool of teams that you really can't really be that top tier like we see a lot over into Europe. Not that the talent's not there, because we have seen it. We have seen the talent. It's just it can't be cultivated just quite yet. So yeah, it is looking like Mayhem right now is going to be losing. They did just now officially lose the second map against Epsilon, so they are going to be dropping down into the losers bracket, and they will be facing off against, I believe, the winner of. Well, actually, those matches haven't gone on, but it'll be. I think the round of 6 is where they're going, which is going to be played on the 5th of February. So they actually have quite a long break before they go back at it.
Yeah, so certainly still a chance for Project Mayhem to try to work their way through that losers bracket, perhaps back into the finals, or maybe another shot at Epsilon. You've got to think that they are the favorite in this tournament, just kind of head and shoulders above all of the other teams. Although, like you said, it seems like Hashtag is kind of surged as one of those top European teams, formerly Exertus EU, making a really nice performance in this recent Go4 Cup. So perhaps they're looking to make a run through that losers bracket to try to get a chance to face off against Epsilon.
Yeah, we'll see how that happens. I mean, honestly, it could have been just the fact that UMAV wasn't really into it that much. They kind of just were
coasting.
Not all there. They were kind of coasting, yeah. But whatever it may be, hey, props to Hashtag there. They did a great job of getting that win. But even they were surprised at it. So, I mean, not to say that they haven't improved or they're not a good team. It's just that I don't think that it's they're like one of the top 5 teams now.
Right. Just perhaps a bit of a fluke, as we do see Noobs actually winning that round despite the fact that they lost the map. So perhaps trying to get a little confidence builder before going into their pick here. So we are moving on to the second map in this matchup between Sounds Like a Plan and Noobs in War. It's the round of 4 in the Battlefield 4 CEVO Beta Cup. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We certainly appreciate you guys coming out for this matchup, and we're probably going to be moving on to either a Lansing Dam or a Golmud Railway. So it'll be interesting to see how this second map pans out. Definitely a different dynamic than Operation Lockers or Dawnbreaker. So Noobs in War perhaps hoping to as we do see it's going to Dam. So Noobs hoping to parlay this different map gameplay element into a win to force a tiebreaker here against Sounds Like a Plan. And I think we're going to be in for an exciting map here. Do you think we'll see a lot of roof play, Brett, or do you think perhaps they'll just stick with the traditional gameplay and maybe not even worry about it? We've seen a lot of teams do that on this map. Just not even
I think that we're going to be seeing. Yeah, I think that what we're going to be seeing is at least 1, maybe 2 players playing either on A or C roof, depending on which flag that they have, pretty consistently. And I don't know. I really haven't seen Slap play a whole lot on this. I would imagine Slap is probably going to stay on the ground the majority of the time.
Yeah,
because really, I mean, the roof play really only comes into effect if you have control of the 3 flags. If you can get control of the 3 flags and push them out, because the thing is about these spawns, and we're not going to be live here, guys, but the thing is about these spawns is that they are way out in the open. They're on the outskirts of the actual flags, the area that you take. So if you get up on the roofs, yeah, you can get like 3 or 4 picks before they even make their way in.
Right.
But the thing is you have to get that triple cap first. And what a lot of teams make the mistakes of doing is that they ended up getting onto those roofs when they may only have C flags, so they get a guy up onto the roof. Well, he's not really going to be doing a whole lot there because the only places that he can fight are directly below him if anybody tries to make a play on C, or across the map to A if anybody's in the roofs over there. Other than that, you're almost completely useless. So it'll be interesting to see how these 2 teams end up playing that out. The breakout for this map is going to be really wonky, as we do have the Chinese team is going to be spawning out all the way over on the bottom left-hand side, not even close to a single flag. It's one of the reasons why a lot of people don't like this map, is because it's just so imbalanced there from the beginning.
Yeah, very
but most of the time, we will be seeing at least 1 to 2 players breaking off for each team to try and get a couple of really early picks going on in between there. The Russian team almost always gets C and B first, so expect a CB hold right from the get-go. Now, whoever is on the Chinese side, which is going to be Slap here, they really need to get A. They cannot forget to get A. I have seen some times where the guys mess up their order and they end up not getting that A cap, and then they end up getting wiped trying to push onto B, and they get tripped, and you cannot allow that to happen, because it is easy to get basically spawn trapped outside of the flag area.
Yes, I think we are going live here. 15 seconds remaining here to start the second map. Noobs in War backs up against the wall against Sounds Like a Plan, who took the victory in pretty convincingly. It was 100-36 on Operation Lockers. 3 seconds remaining. Brett, call the breakout here as we start things off on map 2.
Yeah, so as we are going to be seeing, only one player from Slap was going to try and get a couple of picks there from the get-go. Noobs in War electing to go straight for C and B, which is a totally legit strat, honestly. I mean, because really you don't have to worry about any of the other players, because you get flags from the get-go. A will be going into the favor of Slap here in just a second, as they are making their way up into the stairwell. But we do have some nice back rushes here from Alex, if he can hold on, and he doesn't. So, yeah, the hold here for Noobs in War is going to be interesting. You know, are they going to be playing one on C? The rest of them are going to be super aggressive, which I think their aggressive style can work on this map.
And it looks like they are employing the aggressive strategies. They did get some picks taking down Alex, who had nice position on him, but Robs was able to mow through him with a bit of help from his team, and they are below Alpha here. We're seeing a couple of the Noobs guys flank from both sides of the stairs, perhaps a calculated push here. But Slap, Pfeiffer, and his teammate are still there, kind of slow playing things. They know someone is lurking, but not quite sure where. Oh, as he does get shot from behind, as Robs and his teammate, nades are out, and he does make short work of them. It looks like they're going to take the 12 out. No, Slap has 3 more guys there, going to try and reinforce Alpha, and that's interesting. Typically, Brett, like you say, when they're taking a flag with heavy push, you like to rotate to the next one.
Well, right now, Slap is definitely on the back foot here, and this is what Noobs need to do. As we stated in the last time that we had cast going on, you really want to get out that third 40 ticket advantage. You want to get out to that huge lead, which we are seeing from Noobs right now, as they are just now losing C flag. Massive deaths over here onto A for Slap. They just really cannot seem to get anything going at the moment, but they will be able to cap C finally. And you're going to be getting a little bit of control coming back at them. But really, Noobs just playing this out perfectly right there. They do have about a 50-ticket advantage in their favor. We do have, it looks like Zeratul ended up going down over here onto B flag. But Shackle with a nice pickup will be able to save that. And really, like I said, Noobs, this is going right to their playstyle as being super, super aggressive. They're not really trying to hold any flag going back off. They're just kind of just going around and fragging and getting these caps, because they're already in a triple cap again. So, looking good for Noobs.
Really great start for them. Pretty much exactly what they needed, but they are seeing A and C both get completely nooched. Looks like Noobs is going to try to respond on the C flag. We're watching from Rob's perspective. He's coming up those backside stairs. He sees Alex the Blade in front of him. He's on the burn. Oh, Alex did not see that headshot coming. He does go down. Teammate spawning on him, but he's getting pot-shotted from that A flag, and I think he does go down. That's Rob's. It looks like perhaps... Oh, it's from above, a trade with China Rep, but it looks like C is going to go back into control of Slap. It's a 2-on-1 there. Borge is in the stairwell. He's got to retreat. He's got a teammate who spawns on him. And it looks like they're both going to have to retreat as the nades are out. So nice job by Slap to respond. They do have control of A and C. It's 180 to 136. Great start by Noobs in War here on the second map.
Yeah, and see, this is one of the reasons why you want to get out in that lead from the get-go, is because eventually you are going to slip up, and eventually the team will get a 2-cap on you, possible a tri-cap. So this is going to give them a little bit of a buffer room. I would imagine that we're going to be seeing Noobs in War really start to clean up their act. I think that they're going to be able to make a good play over here onto A, as we do see 2 of them making a push into there. And I think we actually have a couple of players sitting up onto the roof. Yeah, Pfeiffer was actually sitting up onto that roof once again, able to get a nice play there. Acid Dreamer will be able to pick up Ravidia. So not able to get anything going on just quite. But again, it gives them that buffer. If they do end up losing out on this, it gives them a chance to come back with a 2-cap and really not be down any tickets.
Yeah, and it's just as you say that, Brett, Slap taking the triple cap, and it looks like they are employing those rooftops very well, and it's those A and C flags, just like you said to start things out. It's a perfect analysis there. It looks like Slap kind of catching Noobs off guard a bit by using those roofs, holding all 3 flags and completely whittling away that ticket deficit. It's already below 10 tickets where they were, you know, up to almost 50 tickets at one point. Noobs really needs to respond here. They have that buffer to start with, like you said, but it is whittled away, and they need to get back into this ball game.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing them making a play over here towards A, but they did get caught on the outside. This is what I was talking about. You get that triple cap going on, and you do force the team on the outskirts of the map, and it's very hard to make any kind of a push in once again because you're able to really you have to push into open ground the entire time. Now, it does look like 2 of them are going to be making a play over here towards A, 3 of them making a play on C, and it looks like they will be able to take it. Going to be slow pushing down into B flag. So they are looking fairly decent right now, 118 to 130. For the first time, though, in this match, we are going to be seeing Slap taking the lead, but not by a whole lot. They will be losing B right now. They're going to be reinforcing A heavily as all 5 players are going to be back over there. And honestly, at this moment, Noobs in War, I think, you know, they need to start ramping up their aggressive strat once again. I think they need to be pressuring, you know, leave that 1 on C and then pressuring that A flag very, very hard as a team. They're not doing that right now. They went in at 1s and 2s, and you know they really didn't push in as a full group. Which I think if they start doing, they'll have a lot more success.
It's 111 to 120. Slap finally taking the lead after being down quite heavy at the beginning. We do see China Rep taking down Robs from the backside of that B flag. Ravidia getting revenge, trading with China Rep. And it's looking like B might go in control of Slap. Yes, there's 2 over there completely getting the wipe on Noobs and War. And they're going to get isolated on that C flag as 3 of them respond over there. And Boards on the far left side going to make a push towards Alpha. And it looks like Slap is trying to set up to hold the Bravo flag. Watch from DeBlade's perspective. He does go down, but his teammate makes short work of the guy who killed him. Rob X, Pfeiffer taking out Zeratel, taking out Ravidia. Nice 2-piece there by Slap. He gets... Excuse me, Pfeiffer, he gets the revive on his teammate, kind of hanging out here in the office area. Really good job. But meanwhile, here on the Alpha flag, it looks like Noobs was making a good push, but Acid Reaver making short work of that one. I think he gets 2 kills, gets the revive on his teammate. So just like that, it's an AB hold again for Slap, and they are being aggressive here, taking a page out of Noobs' War book and going for the C flag. So Noobs looking to struggle in here as Slap has adjusted really well to their initial lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, Slap is really just playing basically the same thing that Noobs were playing. They're being very aggressive on all of these flags. They're able to catch Noobs right out into the open. Now, Noobs does have a chance here to really hold them off right now, but the problem is they got 1 player that is being aggressive. He dies, and then the next is aggressive, and then he dies. You really can't do that. We're seeing 1 more getting a trade out with Borges, but so I mean, it's really bad timing there for Noobs, and they're not able to stay up as a unit because they just don't have the players when it comes down to the fights. And Slap doing a great job on these team fights.
Yeah, really playing off of each other just perfectly, and that's kind of what you need to do in this game. You know, it's really tough to get revives, so you got to get those wipes before you can get those clean revives. It's 83 to 92. Slap just a slight lead here. Noobs and War still in it. Again, they did lose the first map, but it's kind of a clean slate here. This map is starting fresh here in round 1. If they could just get a victory in this first round and get on the board, I think it'll build some confidence for them. They do have a BC hold here. Zeratel in nice perspective, but completely whiffs on one of them coming around the corner. I think that was VUJD. He's got to reload, but gave away his position. They're going to play a bit of cat and mouse here, and I think Slap is going to reinforce it with a team spawn. They do finally take control of the C flag. Meanwhile, B and C are both, or B and A are both flashing. A goes into control of Noobs of War. B is still up for grabs. It looks like Slap's going to take control of that one. Meanwhile, 3-man push here for Noobs of War on a C flag. Boards with the nades out. They're trying to catch him into the stairwell there. He's pulling out the shorty. Noobs really love that shorty. He takes down one. It's Pfeiffer. Nades everywhere, and it looks like they are going to take control of the C flag. But Slap, good job. It's an AB hold, and they still have the lead, albeit only 5 tickets.
Yeah, and honestly, at this moment, they have a little bit of a buffer because they did win that first map. So it's not really going to hurt them too bad to lose this map, because they will be able to choose one of their own, which they'll be comfortable with. So I mean, really, they're sitting in a good position, and the fact that they're able to take down Noobs so low right now, and they are still in the lead, is really good, especially since they started out on the bad breakout side, which usually means that you lose initially 20 to 30 tickets right from the get-go. They're able to come back from that, and they're able to keep it at a very even pace right now. Noobs, though, they've got to be feeling a little bit worried, because honestly, when it's a map that you pick and you have the easy breakout side and you're already a map down, you got to be feeling really nervous.
Yeah, you definitely got to be quaking a little bit, as we do see the KDs in favor of Slap again. 71 and 42 for Slap, 56 and 59 for Noobs. Fragging not always our game plan. Again, we're seeing Slap utilize those roofs, as Reamer doing a nice job over on that. It looks like the A flag. And they are going to take control of that after cleaning things up. And it's going to be, looks like a BC hold. Noobs needs to take advantage of this hold here, but meanwhile, Slap, two-man push here on Alpha. China Rep slow playing it up the steps. Oh, he sees one. He ducks back before he can get taken out. It looks like that is, I'm not sure who that is for Noobs, but meanwhile, VUJD, he is on the roof. Slap really loving this roof gameplay. Noobs not really using it much at all thus far here on this map. C is flashing. A is flashing. It's 60 tickets to 52 tickets. VUJD is still staying on the roof. I think he could drop down and take control of C, but he's kind of playing passive there. Meanwhile, seeing a heavy push, or not a heavy push, it's a 2-on-2 for Slap over on Alpha. Borge and Ravidia are also there for Noobs. Pfeiffer, oh, he goes down to Ravidia, and it looks like they are going to maintain control. Our Noobs is the AB hold, and they finally have taken back the lead here, but A is flashing and Slap looking to get control of the burn here.
Yeah, Rob 6 is going to be holding on back here onto C flag. He's going to be the only one at the moment. We do have UJD going to be making his way up. So it's going to be a 1-on-2 situation now. C is going to be going back in the favor of Noobs for now. So they were able to clean up UJD. But they do have the lead, 54-43. But at the moment, Slap is doing a very good job of keeping pace with them. They're able to really start, burning those tickets down, soaking those tickets down. And unless we see, Noobs just basically locking it down right now and winning by about 45 or more tickets, then the ticket count really doesn't come into play. I would imagine that Slap's going to be coming out swinging in the next round, and it's going to be very hard for Noobs to keep pace with that, because I believe, again, they'll be down 20 or 30 tickets from the get-go. They'll be the ones behind, having to make their way back up. And honestly, I'm not seeing a whole lot. I mean, Noobs is able to keep pace with them, but they're not really able to get that early lead.
Yeah, we're seeing a few standouts. Zeratel at 21 and 12, not too bad. Shackles 11 and 9. The rest of them are in the negative. Meanwhile, on the Slap side, China Rep 22 and 10, 12 and 2 for Reamer. Alex the Blade at 18 and 14. All of them in the double-digit frag department, and all of them positive. Well, VUJD is even, but Slap just winning their gun battles here, and Noobs of War looking to end things on a triple cap. No, but C does go in control of Slap, and perhaps a roughly 50-ticket victory here for Noobs. So kind of what they needed. I think a bigger victory would have been more of a morale boost for them. Perhaps, like you said, in that 60 to perhaps 75-ticket range to really perhaps put it out of reach. Because again, as you said, Brett, Slap going to have the advantage on the breakout like Noobs did here in this first round. So 51-ticket victory for Noobs, responding to the first map loss. I guess they're in the driver's seat, but if I'm Slap, I'm not worried at all.
Well, you don't have to be, because once again, you have that first map. But Noobs did a really good job there at the end. Like I said before, they locked it down in around 50 tickets. That's going to give them a little bit more of a breathing room coming into the second round. They can make a few more mistakes. Remember, Noobs, all they have to do is get Slap below 50 tickets. So they don't even have to win the next round. As long as Slap goes below 50